What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Eli the Rebel. Welcome back to the Grand Canyon University Dynasty here, NCAA Football 11 PS2. So I'm doing this post-comp thing. As you can see, Texas beat Bama in the national championship by 1 point. Yeah, so you're gonna be hearing, live recording me, and then this is me post-comping all of this stuff. You're gonna be hearing that back and forth later in the video. But if you haven't seen the bowl game, you can click on the top right. Very, very, very intense bowl game for those who haven't seen it. Great game. I highly recommend you watch that before you come over here. And then, this is the off-season episode. I love the off-season episodes. I love making off-season episodes. This is the reason why I play NCAA football games, because of the recruiting part of the off-season. I could do that literally every single day of my life and not get bored of it until the day I die. So, without further ado, we're gonna cut to the budget screen first. So after your first season, the spread is always 34 in recruiting, 33 in training, and 33 in discipline. However, I really did not like that NCAA team interest bar being so high. So what I did was make recruiting 32, training 32, and then made discipline 36. Hopefully we have more points. 3% more points in discipline is going to help us, get more points. So that way we can bring that bar down, because I'm trying to not get in trouble as much as possible. Because when you do get in trouble in this game, you won't be able to get transfers and stuff like that. But because we didn't get in trouble this year, we're just on the very, very cusp of it. We were able to get transfers in the next screen. But before I can show you guys the transfers, we're going to go ahead and show you guys the 6 seniors. This is the list of exactly 6 seniors that are graduating from Grand Canyon University. Again, I'm really, really sad that Danny Turner had his best and his worst game as an Antelope at the same time in the bowl game. Sad to see Leon Hawkins go down so early, was out for the season. Things like that. Ryan Thompson was good. Paul Hudson was good too. But aside from Danny Turner, really nobody else really contributed like that.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, we're coming crazy with the transfers, bro. Coming crazy. Now none of these guys are based on real, actual players that ended up in the NFL, but still cool to have. Like, for example, I thought this was Bryce Petty, but it's not. So Charles Osei went 1 for 5 in 2010, which makes sense because he was backing up RG3. So we're gonna have him for 1 year. So he's gonna be most likely the starter in 2012, which is fine. We can put Tony Williams as the backup in 2012 just for a little bit, just to get this guy in. So Charles Osei is 5'11", 195 from Vidor, Texas. 84 speed, 84 throw power, 84 throw accuracy. So this is a solid. This is a big changeover from Danny Turner to freaking Charles Osei in 2012. We're gonna have Tony Johnson, run the show a little bit in 2011. Oh man, yeah. So we'll gladly take him. So that's number 1. Next we have this little Mighty Mouse guy, 5'7", 186, Matthew Thompson. Ran for 110 yards on 16 attempts, but no touchdowns running the ball, no receiving stats whatsoever. 84 overall halfback from West Valley City, Utah. So 90 speed, 93 agility, 95 excel, 80 catch, 70 carry. This guy would be a nasty wide receiver, actually. Except he's really small at 5'7". I would like to have smaller halfbacks, honestly. This guy's going to be insane. Lance Tucker is going to be relegated to the halfback 2 role with this guy coming in. And then lastly, even though we got, you know, John Haas as a strong safety, we're bringing in another one in 2012, Nick Bell. Nick Bell from Oakland Park, Florida. 84 overall strong safety. Look at this, 92 speed for a strong safety. That's ridiculous. 85 agility, 94 excel, 74 tackle. Like, yeah, this guy could move over to free safety if he wants to. Hell, even corner. Dude, 8 tackles last season, 2 INTs, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 1 defensive touchdown, 3 PBUs. Like, this guy's the real deal. This guy's the most, like, decorated. This guy's the most experienced player out of the 3 transfers, to be honest with you. All 3 of these guys are going to be super, super good. Ooh, that's right. We actually get Matthew Thompson and Nick Bell for 2 years. So they're gonna in 2012, these 2 guys are gonna be junior red shirts, and then Charles Osei is going to be a redshirt senior when it's time for him to, you know, start. So we begin recruiting in week 1, no commitments. So we're just gonna go ahead and go over the, you know, the positions that we're looking for going into this offseason. We targeted some guys, decent amount of 4 stars and 3 stars actually. I was expecting a board of nothing but 2s, to be honest with you. But right now our only team need, it's looking like we need 1 more wide receiver, and 1 more cornerback. I mean, apart from those 2 positions, I'd like to get, you know, a couple more tight ends, definitely offensive linemen. Yes, they're like decently braided, but like, again, like, they're very undersized. So I'd like to get some big bodies. Hopefully we can get some in the low lock. And then also, you know, same thing with the defensive big men, the defensive ends, defensive tackles. Can't get enough of those, even though they're only going to be in the, you know, in the 2-star range in off season. But, you know, I think we're probably gonna move either Mike Moyer or Zach Jones over to defensive tackle to get our guy Austin Smith, the true freshman, starting for sure. So, you know, those are the positions that we're going to be looking for when we low lock this week. Week 2, we only got 1 commit, but it was a position of decent need. This is Matt Horn from Paramount, California. The number 20 or number 19, so top 20 defensive end in the nation. 6'4", 206. He runs a 4.49. My goodness. Oh, that's scary. A field awareness, 325 bench, 535 squat, average potential, good discipline. Wow, that's going to be a threat. That's going to be a threat on the left or right end. Oh boy. But this is week 2. We did our low lock, so you know, we didn't get a lot of players in low lock, but you know, they were quality players, the few that we ended up getting. So hopefully they'll come over. They'll come over and stuff like that. And then obviously I'll let you know once week 3 rolls around. Week 3, we got 2 prospects here, 2 2-stars. So Marcus Brown from Central Heights, Arizona, a local corner, 6'1", 180, runs a 4.45, A+ field awareness, 39.8 inch vert, C hands, 265 bench, 385 squat, average potential, good discipline. And we also got a fullback, Mark Howard from San Jose, California, 6 feet, 231, runs a 4.51, B field awareness, 33.6 inch vert, C hands, 360 bench, 570 squat, average potential, good discipline. So that's a total of 3 recruits going into week 4. So hopefully we get a bunch in for week 4. So week 4, we got another 2 recruits, but one of them is a low lock wide receiver. Yes, folks, Jeff Long was not in our initial interested prospects list. However, this is a 4-star, 6'5", 192-pound wide receiver from Columbine, Colorado. Okay, so, you know, as if Frank Michaels wasn't tall enough, we got another giant on the outside for us one day in Jeff Long. He runs a 4.37, by the way. A- field awareness, 39.8 inch vert, A- hands, 285 bench, 415 squat, good potential but poor discipline. And then we also got a 6'5", 216 pound tight end in Mike Stewart from Westminster, California. This guy runs a 4.55, A field awareness, 38.6 inch vert, A+ hands, 360 bench, 445 squat, average potential, good discipline. Yeah, so that's that's 5 recruits going into week 5 for this class. Now we did get 6. We did get 6 in in-season recruiting, so that's a total of 11 going into the final week of recruiting. I don't know how we're gonna pull this off, but we're gonna try our best to see if we can get some more guys, man. And on week 5, the final week of recruiting, we got some guys, most notably Corey Bates, the number 16 athlete in the nation, San Bernardino, California, 6 feet, 211 pounds. Based on those season stats right there, he looks like a wide receiver that runs a 4.37, B awareness, 37.5 inch vert with a B+ hands, 215 bench, 315 squat, good potential, poor discipline. We'll see come position changes later on. David Clark, a 3-star corner from Tustin, California, 6'1", 203 pounds, runs a 4.34, A+ field awareness, 40.1 inch vert, A+ hands, 215 bench, 315 squat, average potential, poor discipline. Mike Hollis from Lancaster, California, 6 feet, 165 pounds, runs a 4.34, A+ field awareness, 37.5 inch vert, D+ hands, 215 bench, 385 squat, good potential, good discipline. And last but certainly not least, look at this, 6'7", 227 pounds, the actual reincarnation of Frank Michaels, but at tight end, Aaron Beverly from Oro Valley, Arizona, runs a 4.49, C- field awareness, 38.6 inch vert, A+ hands, 360 bench, 495 squat, average potential, poor discipline. So our class was looking really, really dry, to be honest with you. We lost out on a lot of these 4-stars right here. When I tried to low lock them, didn't get them. I only got like, let's see, I got Jeff Long, that was one of them, but and Corey Bates, yes, those were like the 2 major ones that were low locked. Any 3-stars? I think Jared Wade was one of them. Maybe not, but for the most, yeah, Tony Hoyt, we tried to get up last minute. He wasn't low lock, but like I was just like, you know, let's throw a scholarship on him, take a chance, and Air Force got him instead. But we missed out on a lot of 4-stars, which is why our class looks so slim. As now we can go to top classes. We're number 13. We signed 20 people total. 2 5-stars, 6 4-stars, 7 3-stars, and 5 2-stars for a total of 20 prospects. This number could have easily been higher if I rejected any of those transfers from before, but transfers are going to help our program in the long term. So now we go into the recruiting, or no, not the recruiting, the position changes. We got the 1 athlete, Corey Bates. It's a 76 overall. At wide receiver, yes, at wide receiver, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut 5 layers before we begin the season. So we're gonna sim this. Oh man, I can't wait for season 2. Like, we showed a lot of potential despite the result. in the New Mexico Bowl against South Carolina. We like this. I feel very, very good about this team. Like, they're gonna have to beat us through the sieve. Like, this is gonna be a team where I'm very confident that we can go places. We can go places. Losing the New Mexico Bowl is okay. We're gonna get into a better bowl. Zach Collins is the only one with a 5. Everybody else is a 4. Okay. I mean, to be fair, I did put training at 32%, but still, it's weak. That's weak. Aaron Wagner has to be the spring MVP, unfortunately, because these two guys are redshirted. Bell is redshirted, so we have to put Burgess as the guy over there. So it looks like Osei improved to 90. Looks like Osei improved to 90 overall. Thompson did not improve, so Thompson, we're gonna have to do summer training on him. Then Nick Bell had the same issue. Okay, so that's good to know. So we have started summer training, starting with Tony Johnson, aka Cody Kessler. So we got 4 out of a possible 5 points in the pass skeleton. So I'm gonna put, probably gonna put 1 in awareness, then put the rest in throw accuracy. Actually, we'll do 85 throw accuracy and 65 awareness. Right? No. Make it 86 throw accuracy to make him a 90 overall. I like the look of that. Because with there's like an in-season training thing where like people will start gaining overalls as the season rolls around, and that's due to the fact that players' awarenesses are going up. So that's why I'm gonna leave the awareness at 62 as opposed to 65. Doesn't make a big difference. He'll get that 65, in the middle of the season anyway. So Matthew Thompson, the transfer from Cal, did not improve a single overall in spring training like I thought he would. Osei did, but not Thompson and the other transfer, which I'll get into a bit later. But that 70 carrying is really, really sus. So I'm gonna bump that up to 74, and then have he's not going up in overall unless I put all 3 in break tackle. Ugh. I really don't like the 70 carrying in my running backs. So we're gonna have him at 76, and then when we get to actuals, the next spring game, hopefully that break tackle will go up and he'll be up to, hopefully like a high 80, low 90 kind of player. For the 40-yard dash, I flirted around with the idea of having, some other players do it, but ultimately I went with our possession receiver, Dale Justice, for this one. So he's going to be a balanced receiver now, 89 speed, 84 overall with 86 acceleration. That's going to be helpful regardless of whether he stays as a wide receiver or if I do move him to corner. We'll see. For the regular wide receiver / running back catching drill, I just, we're not going to redshirt a JUCO guy in Mike Stevens. That just doesn't make sense, especially when you could redshirt freshmen in this game. So we only got 2 points out of it, but we're going to bump up the catching to 76 for Mike Stevens. Next on the summer training list is our 3-star defensive end, Austin Smith, who wanted to be a starter. But in order for him to do that, we had to get that overall up from a 68 at some point. So we're gonna go ahead and okay. I see where this is going. So you know what? Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, 78 strength, 76 agility, 84 acceleration. That will get him to a 70 overall. Hopefully, during the middle of the season, his awareness goes up as well. He can get to like 72, maybe even 74. Who knows? For kick return, I put Brandon Jensen on here. It's his senior season. He did very well for us in the slot. Almost put Adam Lane on here, but I think Adam Lane has another year. So let's just get Brandon Jensen, the reps that he deserves. So we pretty much put 3 in break tackle and then 1 in carrying to make him an 82 overall wide receiver now. For the route running summer training mini game, we have Frank Michaels. We only got 3 out of that. We got 3 points out of that. We're gonna put all 3 into catching, so now he's an 80 overall. Next player was, so the last 3 drills are all defensive. I did everything in order, if you guys don't notice. But Steven Dunlap, the local kid from Arizona, I still can't believe I got 5 points out of this. I thought I would get only 4, maybe 3, but I got 5, so why not use them all? So we're gonna pump up 3. No, let's put all 5 in tackling. He's now gonna be an 80 overall outside linebacker now. That is insane. Nick Bell was the transfer strong safety from USC. He didn't go up overall along with Thompson in the spring game, unfortunately, but we made up for it in the defending the option drill. So we're gonna go ahead and you know what? I could go like this. Ooh, I like that. 80 tackle, 84 awareness, 92 speed to make him an 88 overall strong safety. That is super, super nice. And for our final player going through summer training, we got Aaron Thompson, aka Bobby Wagner. This is his senior year. We gotta send him off on a high note, man. So we're gonna go ahead and give him 65 strength and 85 tackling, 84 awareness. He's gonna be an 84 overall middle linebacker. Hopefully I can use him a lot more this season than I did last season. And with that, we're not going to do passing skeleton for defense. We're going to go ahead and go to redshirting players. Now, the choices on these guys are going to be very interesting. So we're going to redshirt JT Sherman for sure. Daniel Keister is not QB3. It's actually Walter Taylor. But if Tony Johnson goes down, we can have Walter Taylor backing up and Travis Holman be number 3. I shouldn't have to manually redshirt Daniel Keister right now. He's one of the JUCO guys, along with the junior wide receiver, which I'll get to in a bit. We don't have to redshirt Matthew Thompson because he's a transfer. He's just going to automatically redshirt regardless. So these are our 4 linebackers right here. These are our 4 halfbacks right here. We cut one of them because he was 70-something speed for a halfback. Look what we're doing. We're going to redshirt Mark Howard. He's going to get the Brian Jenkins treatment from last season. That way we can just let Robert Ridgeway walk, and then we should be all set for fullback for a very, very long time. Wide receivers, we have 10 of them. We're going to redshirt 4 of them. So the 4 that are going to be redshirted are Dale Justice. So the reason why I'm going to redshirt Dale Justice is because we're going to try to maximize his years, because that 62 tackling, I might move him to corner. I may or may not move him to corner. So that's why he's going to be redshirted. The next red shirt is going to be David Bodeford. Does he have, what was his catching? 72. Yeah, we want to get that catching up. Mike Stevens, Frank Michaels, and Adam Lane are all going to be playing, so we're going to redshirt, Bates, the athlete. I think, that was the 4-star athlete. And then Ryan Roberts. So the guys in white are going to be the 6 wide receivers on our depth chart. Next up, we're going to redshirt Adam Beverly to have 3 tight ends for next season, guaranteed. So we don't have to really super recruit tight ends for next season. Offensive linemen, we're at the bare minimum of these, so this is going to be an emphasis on recruiting when we get to, once I make the schedule, is get a bunch of offensive linemen as much as possible. With Michael Thompson being the starting running back for the next season, I want to bolster up this offensive line, particularly like these guys are very undersized, with the exception of these two guards right here. Everybody else is very undersized in my opinion. They're light. But look at Cedric Arrington, like 6'2", 242. Like, he's built more like, you know, a defensive end than a center. So that's going to be something to put an emphasis on, is getting a bunch of offensive linemen. And some defensive linemen as well, as we're only going to be able to redshirt Matt Horn. We're going to have Mike Moyer starting on the right end with Austin Smith on the left end to uphold his promise. We're not going to redshirt anybody on the defensive tackle, but again, like these guys, just like the offensive line, are very undersized. I want, like, you know, 280, 290, maybe even 300 pound guys in this area of the field. Outside linebacker, we're going to redshirt Stephen Dunlap. We didn't have to put a promise on him, so therefore we can redshirt him, you know, scot-free. He might have to move over to right outside linebacker once Cedric Roth retires. Once he graduates, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna have Stephen Dunlap and Herman Burgess on the outside next season. That's going to be super, super dangerous. In the middle linebacker room, we're not going to redshirt anybody. Everybody's an upperclassman for the most part, with the exception of Chauncey Mason. Just fine, I guess. They're going to redshirt naturally. I don't have to worry about that. Corners, I really like having Lamont Watson there for nickel, just for some, you know, experience and stuff like that. So we're gonna, and with Walter Taylor in our dime package, that's gonna be fine. Free safety, I don't have anybody to redshirt here, but for strong safety, we're gonna go ahead and redshirt John Haas. So the one, yeah, Andy Felder is the one graduating. So redshirting John Haas means we're going to have Nick Bell, Jeremy Green, and John Haas for next season. So that's, again, I'm just trying to redshirt these guys, so it's just less things to worry about in the off season or in season recruiting. Then I can just purely focus on offensive and defensive line. And then for punter, we're going to actually redshirt Kirkpatrick, the punter. So, and the reason why for doing that is if we're unable to recruit a kicker to replace David McCullough, we can move either Rory Jenkins or Cornelius Kirkpatrick to that kicker spot if need be. So I'm going to go ahead and make a schedule, and then I'll see you guys once it's done. So here is the 2011 schedule. So we're going to start the season off going to Arizona State. So we're going to go to Arizona State first, then Colorado State is our first home game. And then we're going to take on Derek Carr at Fresno State. That's going to be interesting. Then a bye week before we go over to Aloha Stadium to take on Hawaii. Then a home game versus Nevada. Then at Oregon in Eugene. We're going to the Autzen Zoo for that one. Louisiana Tech. Then home Mississippi State, home San Jose State. So this 3-game stretch right here, hopefully we can land some in-season recruits here. Then at Idaho, at New Mexico State, and then to finish the season off, we're going to be hosting the Boise State Broncos. And so we're going to go jump right into preseason recruiting, and I'm not even going to mess around with, you know, oh, look at this scrambling quarterback, and then no. We're going to get offensive linemen as much as possible. Although Omar Grant and Cedric Callahan are top prospects already. They're top 4. Who's the 5th? Okay, a quarterback from Texas. All right, so we're gonna skip to the offensive linemen. Unfortunately, nobody in our pipelines for offensive tackle. Let's take a look at team overview and see exactly. Yeah, we actually need center, but like I'd like to stock up on tackles and guards, defensive ends, and defensive tackles for this cycle. So what we're going to do is just gonna get the high squat numbers for these. So Jamal Goss is gonna be on the board. Next is going to be, we have Bellevue, Washington. That's going to be a realistic grab for us. Nebraska, Iowa, Idaho. So Idaho we can definitely get for sure. Texas, not really. Center, we do need a center. So I'm going to go ahead and get the high-rated guy and then follow it up with a local guy, or not a local guy, but a pipeline guy. We also have Washington as well, so that's cool. So we're down to 9 scholarships left going into because we still have to do defensive ends and tackles. We have a defensive tackle from California. Okay, so there's hope there. Do we really need defensive end? Let's be honest, because we have Mike Moyer and what? It looks like we need outside linebacker, middle linebacker, and free safety as well. So let's get those out the way. We got Oregon and California for that. That's very nice. This one has a 585 squat. But I like to get the Oregon guy. That would be really cool. Oh no. We have an Arizona guy. Gotta get that. Gotta get the Arizona guy. So we're gonna take the Oregon kid off the board. 5-star middle linebacker from California. Say less. Say less. So this guy went to 555. Next, who else we grab? Corner, we don't really need, so we'll go straight to free safety. Colorado is still a pipeline. We'll take that. We will take that. Nice. So that leaves 4 left for other positions, just for fun. We can grab these 2 guys. We can grab these 2 strong safety guys, which leaves for 2 fun players to grab for ourselves. See, but the thing is, if this guy was from a pipeline, I would 120% get him. Like, no question about it. This is an equally good quarterback class. That is so unfortunate. I might have to skip out on quarterback this time around, which is okay because we're gonna have Osei starting next season with Tony Johnson backing him up. Let's take a look at halfback. We got 2 California guys, but the thing is, there's these. Oh man, there's another 6'5" guy. Am I really gonna pass up on that? 2 of them. There's 2 guys that are 6'5" from our pipeline. That is so sad. Well, how tall are you? 6'5". Gosh, I just don't know if we're gonna get that kind of player again. Whereas halfback, we have Michael Thompson as our alpha. I think what I gotta do is get this 6'5" guy, and then do I go Paul Bear with it? This guy's 6'3", but like, why settle for 6'3" when you can get 6'5"? Oh, this is super tough. This is super tough. I think I have to go get the 6'5" guy, because we're gonna have Michael Thompson for 2 years, so I'm not super worried about it. But you just don't see 6'5" guys like this every single day. Like, again, the Colorado guy, the freshman from Colorado, like you know, was a blessing in disguise, and now we got 2 of these guys coming in. I mean, yeah, it says that we have 8 wide receivers, but like also keep in fact that one of them might move to corner regardless. So that 8 and 6 spread could turn into 7 and 7. But you know, things change, people change. So okay, so getting the 2 wide receivers kind of backfired a little bit, but we do get a 5-star middle linebacker, and that would be super nice. Aaron Thompson, aka Bobby Wagner, is going to be graduating this year, so that's super important. Okay, he's offensive lineman. We got to put 10 points on him. How? 321 pounds. Yeah, I need that. I need that. The one defensive tackle we got, we'll come back to you. 6'3", 286. Look at that interest. I love that. I love that. I love that. Same with you. You have interest despite the fact that you are from Ohio. But, you know, it's a position of need. That's why he has that bar the way it's set up. Guy from Oklahoma, no shot at that. But we are going to get the Arizona kid. There's a chance for that. Another outside linebacker to complement Steven Dunlap is super nice. Colorado is somehow still a freaking pipeline. So we might keep that. We'll keep that. That's cool, I guess. Look at this, 6'4", 213. Not too bad he has his top 3 in mind. But this one is 6'2", 210. That's cool. Marcus Henry. No. So what we're going to do, we have 30 points left. So what we can do, probably... you have 3 of these already. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to put the last 30 points, defensive tackle, and the 2 wide receivers. So not bad. Not bad. I'm really excited for the middle linebacker. This middle linebacker and this offensive lineman I'm super excited about. If we land Jim Jones, 6'4", 321, that's a massive pickup. Like that, this guy looks like an absolute unit just off of this screen alone. Let alone if you go down to like, you know, bench and squat and all that fun stuff. But very quickly, I'll go over the depth chart and then make sure that's all straight and sorted out. So Tony Johnson is going to be a QB1. That's also, that's AKA freaking Cody Kessler. Now, there's a lot of pictures of, like, in terms of, like, equipment and stuff. I tailored it pretty accurately, except for the eye black. He'll get the eye black junior year. He's going to have to earn his eye black for sure. Lance Tucker's going to be our primary halfback. Matthew Thompson is going to, be the starter moving forward, starting in 2012. Our fullback room is pretty much, all set after this. This is, in particular, so this is Jeff Long, our 6'5" guy, that we got from low locking earlier today. We did not improve Adam Lane at all, but he has like 74 hands, so again, that he's only going to be needed if one of these top 5 go down and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure my playbook the custom playbook I have has a 5 wide set, so we're going to be able to see Mike Stevens play at some point. It has to be, surely. But our main guys are going to be Aaron Wagner, Jeff Long on the outside with Brandon Jensen in the slot. If for some reason I want Frank Michaels up there instead of one of those 3, so be it. Mike Stewart, Will Mayo, Taylor Moore, our tight ends. This is our offensive line currently. It's very sus. Very, very suspect right now. Not gonna lie. The only thing that's holding them up right now is the awareness. Austin Smith is going to be our starting left end. We promised him that. We got to fulfill it. Justin Fernandez, like, he's going to back him up. Mike Moyer is going to be the starting right end. If I can let me have a proper R2 button. Zach Jones and Eric Sims are going to be our starting defensive tackles. Because we're running a 4-3. Herman Burgess, left outside linebacker. Aaron Thompson, middle linebacker. Cedric Roth, right outside linebacker. Corners, Victor Marcus, Ronnie Adams, Lamont Watson, the true freshman. I love this guy. 95 speed to start, man. If only he had, like, better, catch and carry ratings. Like, this would be a beautiful kick returner for us. But it is what it is. Roger Taylor is going to be the dime, with Walter Taylor, in the quarter spot, as Brandon Demps is going to be the starter. Andy Felder is going to be the starting strong safety, with Jeremy Green backing him up. Nick Bell is going to be starting next as soon as Andy Felder graduates, and at an 88 overall. That's absolutely disgusting. David McCullough on kicking. Roy Jenkins on punting. Kick return, we have Lance Tucker, Jeff Long, and Aaron Wagner. Is that right? Are we going to do that? That's a thing? Or are we going to put Mike? You know what? Let's put Mike Stevens instead. We're going to put Mike Stevens instead for that spot. Let's put Mike Stevens in that spot. In that third spot. If one of these guys goes hurt, I'd rather have Mike Stevens in there instead of risking our star wide receiver, Aaron Wagner. And Roy Jenkins is going to be doing the kickoffs in this game because, as you saw against South Carolina, we were getting exposed on special teams. So I needed someone of decent speed to go and make the last-ditch tackle in cases of emergency. Cedric Erickson is going to be the long snapper. And last and certainly not least, I'm going to be explaining the custom playbook and stuff. So it's essentially, the Texas Tech playbook as a base, but with some, changes and stuff like that. So we're going to do it Mike Leach style in honor of Coach. Rest in peace. I tried to do a Texas Tech rebuild to celebrate that life, but was ultimate big fail when that happened. So what I did was I made it so that way every single audible, all 5 of these audibles right here, are run plays, because we're going to do it. If we're going to use a Mike Leach playbook, we got to do it his way. And so, basically the only things I changed were so this only had the base playbook had 2 ace, 1 strong, and the rest were shotgun, but I made it 2 ace, 2 strong, and then the rest of these are all from the gun. We do have a 5 wide set, so which is good. So those were like the only minor changes that I did. And then, as you saw, I'll show again, like, the audibles for the, we're going to call every single play call that we do. It's going to be a pass play. And then that way we're going to audible it. All our audibles are run plays, because that's how Mike Leach does it, man. He never called any run plays. We call it pass play, and then it's up to the QB to check it to a run. That's how we gonna do it too. So that's gonna be something to try out for fun. This is gonna be my way of tributing. Tributing is a word. Yeah. This is my tribute to Mike Leach, because I epically failed recording the freaking Texas Tech rebuild. So with that,
it's been your boy Eli the Rebel. Thank you guys so much for watching the off-season episode. Hope you had as much fun watching it as I had making it for y'all, man. I'll see y'all versus Arizona State next week. Peace.